Okay. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm gonna turn this music down just a bit. So we just have that kind of in the background, not really disrupting too much. How are we doing on this? I guess for y'all, wherever you're at, I don't know, but it's a Saturday afternoon for me. How's everybody doing? So I don't expect this to be a really big stream, obviously, because everybody's steeped in Kaldheim stuff. But, you know, I had a cool opportunity. I got some boxes I've been waiting on from Ultra Pro. There's some cool things in there, hopefully, that I'm going to get to show people, because I haven't opened them up yet. I actually set on them so I could share them with y'all on camera, or whoever wants to come by and see it later. So if you're here live, you get to see something cool. If not, well, then, you know, you get to see it after the fact. But how's everyone going? Having a good time. And, like, Kaldheim's been good so far. So that's been awesome, getting to play with that a little bit. And, oh, hey, I will do my best to have a good stream. It's not going to be too difficult. It's always fun, you know, when I get these packages from Ultra Pro. For those of you who don't know, they are a sponsor of me and my content. So I'm super thankful for them for that. And largely, a lot of the stuff that they send me, I get to give away in my various streams or offerings or whatever I'm doing through social or whatever. So if you follow all my content or you're on my Discord or you follow my different live streams, there's a chance you're going to get some free stuff. So what I open out of these boxes might go to you. So, you know, nothing wrong with that. Nathan, Lawrence, welcome, welcome, welcome. So here's the thing. I have 3 boxes here. I don't know which is which. I think I know what one of them is, which, if it's what I'm hoping for, I'm crossing my fingers, is actually going to be really cool. The other 2, I have no idea what they are. So I'm just going to grab a box, and then I'm going to get into it and see what's in there. So this one, oh, this one's actually kind of heavy. All right, so this is the first box, so y'all get a scope of kind of how big it is as I'm opening it here. Okay. Do this off camera. Get this cut open. I know some people probably said, like, why didn't you open that beforehand? Because, like, honestly, I'm trying to save the surprise. I want to be as surprised as you are. Because I don't know what's in here. I mean, like, I assume it's Kaldheim related stuff, so I hope so, because that's what I put in the title. If it's not, I'm going to feel like a jerk. Oh, it's a lot of Kaldheim stuff. Oh. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, man, where to start? This is a lot. All right. So let's start here. So if y'all didn't know, they make these life pads that they make with each set with cool artwork and stuff. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there we go. Yeah, so this has the, like, Kaldheim logo there, or whatever, the alternate logo. And then it's got the just plain white Planeswalker logo on the back. So that's pretty cool. Evening from the UK. Hey, St. George. Well, good evening to you. Yeah, this is actually pretty sweet. And we got a couple of those. And again, there's a chance some of y'all are going to win these over the next, like, 2 months or so when I'm doing these giveaways. So yeah, and this one's actually pretty cool too. I haven't seen this artwork for these. That's pretty cool. It's just the Planeswalker symbol done up with, like, an owl and some kind of cool filigree things there. So these actually, like, where you would normally, like, say you go to a tournament, paper tournament, and you would write down your life totals, right? Just scratch a piece of paper, 20 to 0, whatever, or keeping track of other things, or you need to take some notes because you might have looked at your opponent's hand with a card or whatever. Like, these notepads give you a thing that you can put that in, and you can just carry that around with you. Didn't realize this was, I thought it was just a video notification. No, this is actually a live stream. Just kind of going through some packages that I got. So everybody gets to see the cool stuff right along with me. Oh, they actually made these onto sleeves. Oh, these are cool sleeves, y'all. I didn't know this. Oh, those too. Oh, okay. So both of those logos they put up on those, put it here so it's in better focus. Yeah, but, like, these are actually on sleeves. Like, that's cool. I didn't know that was the thing. So yeah, and there's the other one. So yeah, if you want some sweet sleeves, man. Yeah, they are metal sleeves. Yeah, hit up shop.ultrapro.com if you want to get some. Also, I will say this. you don't necessarily have to order through the website. Like if you see something you like, just get like the item number or whatever and give it to your local store and say like, hey, I'm interested in these, can you order it for me? Because Ultra Pro is super in supportive of local game stores. So if there's something you like on the website, tell them just go to your local store, put in the order, have them order it normally and get it for you. So you can help your store and you're still helping me and Ultra Pro out and everybody wins. So that's the thing you can do. Let's see what else we got in here. So we have some deck boxes. Oh, actually, okay. These are in here too. Man, there's going to be a lot in these packages. We got a couple packs of these with the Kaya art. And yeah, that's pretty cool too. So if you're a fan of Kaya, they did put a Planeswalker on these. I think that's the only one. I don't think they put Kaya on any other. Or, oh no, there's more sleeves in here. Hold on. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the other Planeswalkers got on sleeves too. They did, actually. All right, that's pretty cool. So we've got some with Nico. If you hadn't seen those are kind of neat. Nico, actually, this is kind of very subdued artwork, honestly. I thought that would be like flashier than it is. Oh, then of course, people are gonna want these because these are Tibalt sleeves. Everybody's gonna want those. Everybody's got to get their Tibalt on. So that doesn't surprise me that Tibalt ended up on some sleeves. I think people are going to be excited when I mail those out to someone. And this is, I guess, Tyvar Kell, the elf planeswalker. There you go. So yeah, cool stuff. So all the planeswalkers, and then there was 2 extra ones with the different Kaldheim like metal style logos or whatever. So okay, so we've got some deck boxes that are a little heavier. So some of these have sleeves already in them. Oh, okay, I get it. I see what they did here. All right, so all of the ones I just showed you have, all these planeswalkers have deck boxes that don't have sleeves because you can buy the sleeves separately, I assume is the case here. So if you have a favorite planeswalker of the new ones, you can get a deck box and matching sleeves, which is pretty cool. Off-topic question, but do you do deck submissions to show off and give feedback? How do you just, I recommend going to my Discord. The description should be in the link, I say, should be in the description below, unless I'm wrong. No, all my links are in there. Yeah, you can go to my Discord and join us over there if you want to do that. And that's probably the best way to submit those. Occasionally I do streams where I take those, but I usually don't do those till way later in the season. But if you just want to come share a deck, talk about a thing, whatever, yeah, hit us up in the Discord for sure. Or catch us on a Twitch stream, and you can just spend channel points, which are free. You just get for watching the stream. And then we could do it that way too. Yeah, so all the planeswalkers look like they got deck boxes. So that's not a surprise. And then there was 2 other ones in here, which aren't planeswalkers. So I'm not sure. This one, I know this one because I think this is that spirit, right? The one that you can pay mana to make it to an angel and then give it lifelink or whatever. This has 100 sleeves inside already. And then I know I've seen this card, but I don't know the name of the artwork yet. But there you go, you can see it a little better there. So like this one is another one that comes with sleeves. If you like that particular artwork, these are some options for you. Oh, hold up, y'all. Like, I just gotta hold up. Like, this is cool. Just got a glimpse of something else in here. Okay. Now, okay, y'all know I'm a big fan of these. I've shown these off a few times. This is like one of my favorite deck boxes they make. These alcoves with the like whole double magnet thing. Super awesome. And I really like the big ones because they have that like catch latch here in the front. Big fans of those. But these 2 that they just sent me, same style of boxes, mind you. But look at this. Okay, let me show you this one first. Let me show you this first. This is actually, man, I don't know if we can get this without my light screwing it up. But it's, there you go. You can kind of see the logo in it now. It has like a snowflake kind of emblem built into it. There you go. Yeah, it's actually really cool that it's like so subtle. But it's a blue deck box, which I don't see a lot of these in this color. There you go. You can kind of see it. Got to block my lights here, actually, so I can make it work. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. But then They sent one with that cool metal like filigree planeswalker symbol done up around the box. So that's pretty cool too. So you can get a snow box, and you can get this Kaldheim like filigree box. Like this is cool. Like these are awesome. Man, like I send a lot of this away and giveaway. Matter of fact, if you check out our Discord, we just had 2 people get their packages today. They were sharing the stuff they got. But yeah, I don't like. I'm tempted to keep these for myself. Like these are awesome. Like I'm not even just saying this, you know, because it's an Ultra Pro thing or whatever. But like these are really cool. I'm like, yeah, like I hadn't seen these. This is awesome. See, this is why I wait to open it with you, because if I'd already opened it, it'd have been like, oh well, all right, that's kind of cool, you know, whatever. But oh, that's so much better. And then there's a bunch of playmats actually. So let me see if you can see just with the artwork there of different things in the set, different characters. Looks like different gods in the set actually, because I recognize some of this artwork. Uh, yeah, so if you want to get some planeswalkers, yeah, I won't blame you. No, like I try to like be authentic because I tell y'all all the time. Like I try to be as honest and authentic as I can with my content with you. So if I already opened it, I'd be like, hey, I'm just gonna show it off. It's not really an unboxing or whatever, you know. But yeah, this is. I think they used all the alternate artwork for the gods and put them onto playmats. Is what it looks like. Yeah, because there's what looks like 9 different ones in here. So yeah, and there's a couple of other characters. So yeah, definitely playmats. We'll get some of those to give away because I have a lot of playmats and I don't need all the playmats, obviously. But what's cool is, you know, we're gonna be positive, and we're getting to a world where everybody's starting to get vaccinated. So hopefully soon we're gonna be back to playing some paper magic, and I can get people geared up. We can be ready to go. So that's gonna be kind of awesome. I'm keeping my positive vibes on that we're gonna get there. You know, sometimes that's all you can do is hope for the best. So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to be that guy. All right, so let me put this stuff away and open up the second box because there's more stuff. Man, those 2 deck boxes though are super sweet. I am really digging those. I'm not gonna lie, one of those might stay in the PowrDragn household. Not, I know it sounds greedy, but it's like they're kind of cool, you know. I kind of want one for myself. Is there a Tybalt playmat? I don't even know. Let me see. Now, see, you're gonna make me unpack all. No, hold on. All right, I'm gonna halt box number 2 so I can take care of Nathan. I don't think there's gonna be a Tybalt playmat though, because it looks like mostly gods, and Tybalt's like the backside of a god, so I don't think that's gonna be in here. If I were guessing. No, but you can randomly get that filigree artwork on a playmat if you want it. So that's kind of cool. If you want that thing. That filigree artwork's some of the best branding they've done, honestly. Nope, there's a lot of other cards, but no Tybalt mats. Oh, yeah, actually, I'm a lot. Well, there's the front side of Tybalt, whatever you call that. That dude. Yeah. So the fake Tybalt has playmat. So if you want the fake Tybalt to go with your real Tybalt sleeves and deck box, you can do that. That's a weird way to describe that, but storyline, that's what it is. So, so yeah, you can get the Valky mat and you can get the Tybalt sleeves and deck box, and then you can be getting your Tybalt on because Tybalt has a lot of fans, surprisingly. Never understood that, but you know, I'm not one for the memes. So it doesn't really surprise me that I didn't really get it or wasn't into it. All right, so we got another box. This is the other box, or box 2 of 3 that we're gonna open. So this one's kind of just long and tall. It's not really not thick and it's not heavy. So I'm not totally sure what this is. Because it might be. Actually, I don't know. I'm kind of confused because I sort of thought what I was thinking was going to be in the other box. But this might be the thing in this box. So then I have no idea what's in box 3 at all. I was kind of putting box 3 off, thinking that was going to be the cool surprise. But let's see. Like this is a legit box opening, y'all. I have like no idea what's going on in these packages. So, oh no, that's not at all what I thought was in here. Hold on. Oh, did they go back to doing wall scrolls? Oh, okay. So there's some different wall scrolls in here. Oh, these will be fun to mail out to people. I was not expecting that. What is this? This is... Oh man, there's all kinds of stuff in this box. Okay, so I'm gonna have a lot of things to show you here in just a second. Like this is not at all what I thought was in here. Yeah, this stuff is crazy. I agree, St. George. This stuff is cool. Oh, so these are the sagas. It looks like as wall scrolls. So if you like the saga arts out of the set, they apparently put them on wall scrolls. How about that? Isn't that something? I didn't know that was going to be a thing. See, I don't get any news. I don't know. Like I'm sponsored by Pro, but I don't know what's coming. They just like, hey, we're gonna send you some stuff, and I'm like, okay, you know. But check that out. So yeah, if you have a favorite saga, I don't know if they did all of them. There's a lot in this set. Oh, people are gonna want this one. This is the that Kaldheim metal logo. People are definitely gonna want that. Like some people are gonna want this for sure hanging up. Like this, I'll probably take a picture of this. I'll probably open it and share that on social. So I'm actually gonna set that aside because people probably just pick that up. But yeah, these are just a bunch of different sagas here, actually. That's pretty cool. I didn't even think of it. These actually make perfect wall scrolls because they're vertical art that's longer. So yeah, that's pretty neat. So I'm gonna, yeah, man, so many cool things. And then this looks like a playmat tube that comes with, oh, this is Japanese Baby Godzilla. Let me see if I can open this up. Let's see what's in here. See if I can do this without, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, it's the Baby Gojira. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know some of the stuff was on playmats and stuff, y'all. Like, seriously. This is neat. So, yeah, again, if you want anything, you can go to shop.ultrapro.com or, you know, find a thing on the site. You don't order it through your local store, and then help your store out. So, have them pick it up, and then go pick it up from there. Or, you can follow all my content, all my streams, and we do giveaways. So, you know, if you're on my streams and whatnot, there's a chance down the road one of these things go to you. But this is cool. How many of y'all use playmat tubes, by the way? I'm kind of curious because I know some people live and die by them. I know some people only use certain brands of them. I normally have mine folded up in my bag or backpack or whatever I'm carrying. So I don't use one, but I know a lot of people that do. So I'm kind of curious. How many of y'all that use playmats use playmat tube? Okay. So this other one. This is the one. So what was in this one is what I thought was this one. So I'm glad I saved it. This one that's coming. And this should be a little heavier, which it is. This one here is a long box. Here you go. Kind of for perspective to let you know kind of what we're working with here. Oh, you have yours in a bag. You have a couple playmat bags, but only for travel. All right, cool. Yeah, like I said, it's not like an every person thing. But, you know, some people seem to really like them. I think also it matters on, like, how much you feel about having your playmat folded up, right? Because I fold up my playmats and it doesn't really bother me. I just fold it in quarters, tuck it in the side of something, and I'm good to go. But some people always want their, like, no creases, no nothing or whatever, you know, which mine don't crease really that badly. But, you know, some people want them, like, as pristine. And then, really, the playmat tubes help with that. Like, you can just roll it up, stick it in there, doesn't bend it or anything. Dom says uses playmats whenever I can because I don't like trying to grab stuff off the table. Yeah, I'm kind of in between. I carry one with me all the time, and then it depends kind of on where I'm playing if I'm using the playmat, right? If I think the tables may be dirty or the surface is really scratchy or something, and I think it's gonna just like wear out the life of my sleeves, then I'll bust out a playmat. You know, if I'm playing at a nicer place that already has like I don't know tablecloths or something, then I don't worry about it too much. But yeah, it's interesting, you know, because everybody's got personal preferences. That's kind of why I ask that stuff. I'm always curious. All right, so. Oh, wait, no. This is not what. Oh, it is. Wait. What? Oh my god, there's even more stuff in here than I thought was in here. That's crazy. It's almost like they used other things to pack the things I thought I was getting. So this is kind of funny. All right, so I have another snow box. So the snow box will go to someone. There you go. You can see it there with that angle. The snow logo. So snow box, we're definitely going to be giving at least one snow box away. Oh, did they make new mana boxes? Oh, these colors are definitely brighter. So yeah, these are mana symbol boxes with the different mana symbols on them. So there you go. Yeah, these are definitely pretty cool. And I have some old ones actually. From like 2 generations ago, maybe. So if you want to kind of compare the differences, obviously these boxes are not as good as the new alcoves because they just have like the flip top with the gentler magnet. This one obviously is the full wrap magnet and everything else. So these are going to be definitely better. But you can see like obviously a richer color in the new one, a little bit slimmer in width, definitely thicker so you can put more sleeves, double sleeved in there. So they've definitely upgraded these. So yeah, if you're looking at new deck boxes, man, alcoves are good. And I was saying that even before they sponsored me. So yeah, grab those. But yeah, we got a couple of each one. It looks like there's some green ones in here. Oh, that was kind of cool. I thought it was going to be a black one, but it's actually a Planeswalker symbol. Kind of blacked out in there. It's cool. And then there's obviously a black mana symbol. See that there? Interesting that that one has a different window. Not really sure why that is. And then this is a gold one with all the different mana symbols on it. So yeah, I'll put these on display later. I'm just going to set these back here behind me. I'm not going to put those back in the box. Those are going to go up on the shelf behind me for a bit till they go out to someone. That's kind of the cool part, actually. Like, I get to redecorate this spot every few months, and then it dwindles down as I mail stuff to y'all, and then I shift stuff around and build a new one. So it's kind of neat. All right, so this is the thing I was kind of excited about. I'd been talking to Ultra Pro, and one of the things people don't know is Ultra Pro actually can do custom playmats for you. And me and my co-host on my podcast, Color Magic, me and Brian, we were talking about trying to just get things more consistent. Because honestly, we had some ideas for what we want to do for the patrons, and last year just kind of got away from us. It was just so much happening so fast, which is in a good way. Like for me, for him, for our podcast, for my YouTube channel, all that, right? But we wanted to start making more stuff to give away. So I made both stuff for me, personal, and stuff for my podcast. And so we have stuff we can give away to our patrons, and then some that we may have up for sale. I just got to figure out for how much and what we're going to do. But let's get into here. Oh, this turned out perfect. Man, oh, that's cool. All right. These are for my podcast. The colors came out awesome on this. There you go. Like, this is, yeah. Like, wow. Man, like, this is crazy, right? It's like, because I've had a business before and we made merchandise, but like, this is a little bit different in the fact that like this is trying not to get like emotional, but it's like I am the content. You know what I mean? It's not the business, it's not the products we're bringing in to sell or whatever. And like it's cool to actually just be at that point where like you see something like that and it's like, man, that's awesome. All right, and then these for people who want to get a Dragon Brood playmat. There you go. So this is going to be another thing. We may have these as part of giveaways and in packages as well if people want these. And then I may actually do some PowrDragn ones. I didn't necessarily want to do some that were too like self-serving for the first round of them, but I thought these might be kind of cool for people. So yeah, man, that's just super awesome that it came out great. Like the colors are perfect. Yeah, everything looks exactly like we thought it would look. So man, yeah. If you want to get custom playmats, reach out to Ultra Pro. They're available on social media. Wow, that's cool. It really is. I'm like super jacked up about those. Those are awesome. Yeah. I have some other ideas for some other playmats I'll make. But yeah, that's man. I'm looking forward to getting those out to people. Like those are pretty sweet. I am super excited. So yeah, like Ultra Pro, like I said, they really take care of me. They give me lots of stuff to give away to everybody. How much do they usually run? I'd have to go back and look at the pricing sheets, but you know, you could sell them probably profitably in the like somewhere between the $15 and $20 range, just like other playmats. So yeah, like just be like normal price. It's just a matter of figuring out how many you want to get done, how large of a quantity you want to do at one time, getting your artwork over to them, stuff like that. Now that these are done, I will say, the first samples take a few weeks to get done. Like these actually were like 6 or 8 weeks in the works, partly because COVID and the pandemic are really hindering warehouse staff and all that. So that's a little bit of a pain. But now that I have them in, they should be able to turn over an order pretty quick, where I can just say, hey, I want like, I don't know, 20, and they should be able to print 20, and they'll have them in a week or two. So that's actually the good news. Like once your initial run's done, you can just do as many as you want, and it's not really a problem. So I might actually do some, like I said, some PowrDragn specific ones with just my logo or whatever. But I kind of wanted some fun ones that were more community oriented before I did the other ones. But like that's actually pretty cool. I'm kind of excited about those. I think those are really neat. Actually, I like all the new deck boxes. These like the wall scrolls with the saga arts. That's pretty cool. Um, Man, this was just like a really cool shipment of stuff. Like I don't even know like what I want to hang up or what I want to keep or give away or like I got to really figure that out cuz I usually only keep a handful of items out of these orders for myself. The rest I just give away to everybody. Plus prototypes in the first run usually take the longest time to say, "Oh yeah, most definitely motorcycle." And that's why they tell you like cuz it's setting the artwork, getting the size and color right or whatever. And then they send you 4 samples so they can actually like run them off 4 in a row and say like, okay, does this look consistent enough for you? If you say yes, then you can get a full run done if you want to. So yeah, I'm super jacked up about this. Like I don't know, like this was a cool run. Like they really knocked it out of the park with like their new color schemes and designs and the Kaldheim stuff. Like I don't even know what I want to keep. Truthfully, I gotta. That's one thing I gotta figure out. Like what am I actually going to use and put to use? But uh, man, I don't know. That's it's exciting. And I got my playmats in. So now it means I can just start pumping those out, getting those to our patrons, which I'm really happy about. I have somebody actually doing some custom tokens, by the way, of me and my co-host Brian. I believe Brian's going to be 1/1 spirits, and I'm going to be a 1/1 human soldier or human knight, whatever one it is, human soldier, I think, or human warrior, because I think that's what we make in Kaldheim. So I have somebody starting work on those tomorrow, or no, Monday. He's going to get me the contract, and I should have them within a couple. Well, I'll have the artwork within probably a week's time, and then I should put the order in right after that for tokens, and then I will get tokens for. I don't know. We'll probably sell them in like sets of 5 or 10. I just got to figure out for how much, but I'll get those ordered and should have them in my hands hopefully by the end of February, and we'll start selling tokens too. By the way, how stiff are the sleeves? Starting to get carpal tunnel. Stiff. I don't know. As stiff as most sleeves? That's kind of a weird question. I don't know what I would classify. Hold on. I think I have some open in here. These are like older ones from like a year or two ago, but it'd be similar. Like, I don't know. If I put a magic card in it, how do I feel? I mean, yeah, I don't know. They're normal. I mean, I don't know what type of sleeves are too tough for you. I guess that's the question. If I knew what kind of was hindering you, I could probably have something to compare it to. But they're kind of, I don't know. They seem fine. I mean, I think there's just kind of like a standard stiffness and texture or whatever that like, and I tell people like as much as Ultra Pro is my sponsor, whatever, there's really 3 sleeves people should be using. You use the Ultra Pro Eclipse. You can use the Katanas from Ultimate Guard, or use the Dragon Shield matte sleeves, and those are generally like the best 3 out there. And then I do think, for my money, that like Ultra Pro has the best art sleeves, especially now that they don't scratch or they don't rip or tear or peel. That's been a big deal. So if you like the different styles of artwork, cool. The other thing too is if you want some different sleeves, playmats, whatever, check out shop.ultrapro.com because you can get stuff with, if you're like into Pokemon, they make Pokemon stuff. If you're into anime, they have some different anime licenses they put on things. And that's stuff that a lot of stores, local game stores, don't necessarily order because they don't know how big of a market they have for it. So again, if you go to this website and you see something you want, send that item title and item number to your local game store and just say like, hey, will you order these for me or whatever? And most of the time they're going to be gladly to order it for you because they're going to make a sale, right? And you get to help them keep the doors open. You get a cool thing you want, and Ultra Pro gets a sale. So like everybody wins. Ones with thick plastic and or lesser pilliancy are bad. Yeah, I'm just saying like what brand is bad for you right now. So I have like for what fits your standard, I can compare those two for you if you were to tell me. The Ultra Pro Illustrated have a bit of a sticky shuffle for me though. I love the images. Yeah, that's gonna happen with several types of artwork. I think it's just because there's some type of protective process or layer I think that keeps them from peeling. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what it feels like when I shuffle them. One of the things I did talk to Ultra Pro about, which I don't know if we're gonna get to do, is kind of once the pandemic passes, I kind of want to, I'll leave out critical, like, I guess company secret spots, but I want to do like a how it's made of some gamer nerd stuff from Ultra Pro and host it on my channel. So kind of get the tour of the warehouse and just be like, hey, here's how a playmat's made. Here's how I don't know, how a sleeve is made or a binder or whatever. Just show that to people so it's kind of like an idea. I think that could be kind of cool. I don't know if y'all are into that. If so, it's a thing that could be worth putting. It wouldn't be long videos. It'd maybe be like 8 minutes or something. But it would be one of those things that's just like, hey, people are kind of curious. You want to talk about it? Cool. No, I understand what the word is. I was just asking, like, say, like, Dragon Shield sleeves cause a problem for you? If so, I could compare the Ultra Pro ones to the Dragon Shield ones, and then I could tell you. That's what I was asking for, right? Because otherwise, I don't really know, like, what your level of comfort or discomfort is at that I could compare to and say, like, these are better or worse, But that's all I was asking for there. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of like other things, other interesting content that people don't necessarily have up, that people aren't doing. Tomorrow, I have a video going up that talks about if you're thinking about streaming, because a lot of people are, what platform should you start streaming on? Whether we're talking about Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. And we're covering those numbers and talking about it, right? Because that's another thing you don't see a lot of conversation about. So that's going to be a thing. So, just doing lots of different stuff. And as long as everybody's into it, I'll keep doing it. But I do ask, what type of content do you want to see? What entertains you? What videos do you watch all the way through or not? Like, that's all important. Because I want to make stuff you enjoy, but I also want to make stuff that's different. So you don't necessarily have the same thing popping up over and over, right? Because even if you have, say, like a favorite deck, you're only going to watch a Golgari or Abzan Elf deck so many times before you're like, oh, I've seen 8 versions of this deck already. I don't need to see anymore, right? So, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I've got a lot of ideas coming. Obviously, lots of stuff to give away. So that's going to be a thing. This is actually kind of wild having like a tower of stuff over here on the side. Got some of my favorite content on YouTube and Twitch right now. Oh, well, that's awesome, Dom. Thank you so much. Like I said, I just try to focus on things that are a little bit different and kind of open the sphere a little bit. That just because we're talking about Magic or talking about decks doesn't mean like, one, that's the only thing we can talk about, but it also doesn't mean that that's like the only way we can talk about them. I think sometimes people need to question that. Now had time to think since then, which of those decks you tried was your favorite? I don't have one. I mean, none of them are final versions. So I don't know. There was, my answer is just not Giants. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's the best I could tell you right now. I've played a bunch of different versions of Giants. I was not necessarily happy or impressed with any of them. And that's about it. Like, I liked a lot of stuff. Like, the Dwarves and Dragons overperformed. I liked the resilience of the Elves. The Naya Winota list was very cool. The cat car, or whatever, Asika's Chariot, we've been calling it cat car, has performed really well. So that was fun. Just, yeah, a lot of stuff really played very well. You know, I don't have, I have very few complaints. But the other thing is too, like, even the decks list I put out there and worked on that I put time into were decks I was genuinely going to be interested in playing. So my opinion's already a little biased with the selection I put up because I didn't spend time working on, like, I don't know, Azorius Fortel or some type of Grixis control or whatever, right? Because one, it was going to be too hard to figure out initially. Plus, that was just going to take forever and be boring. So like I was just finding other things. So I kind of already knew where I was going to be. Uh, you can challenge all you want. Like I got better things to do. I mean, like it sounds rude, but like I have a million things on my plate. I'm not going to waste time on stuff that's just like spinning my wheels. If somebody else comes up with one, sure, I'll gladly showcase it and put it up or whatever, no problems. But you know, and it's funny too. You're not the first one to do that, Merz. Like I've had a lot of people. They're like, "I dare you to make whatever," and I'm like, "Well, that's cool. Somebody will do it." You know, like, and then I just move on. Like, that type of stuff is like, as much as I get it. Like, if a bunch of people were just like, you know, if every person, you know, people in the Discord is like, "Man, I really want to see a giant stack," we're like, "Cool, I'll build one," but like, if it has a ceiling, it has a ceiling. You know, there's a point where we can build decks, but some of them just aren't going to perform well. I mean, that's it at the end of the day. Like, some are just going to be significantly worse than other things. And that's why even on the channel, like I'll show you stuff where sometimes I barely go like 3-3 or I go like 2-5 or whatever, and you just get to see it, right? Not everything's gonna be a success. And I've had people look at my videos and say like, "Oh, well, you literally said the words, well, you didn't convince me this was a good deck." And I'm like, "Well, that was never my point. You know, my content has never been about perfect plays and solving the meta game or whatever. Like that's not what I make content for. I make content to play decks I find interesting, to showcase interesting and new ideas, and you know, really just be a positive force around Magic. Like that's what I'm doing. The rest is irrelevant. Like I tell y'all all the time. Like even the video I put up today, like I probably made a mistake in all but one of those matches that were featured, right? And I even said at the end, the deck did well, and I didn't even play optimally. I don't know how good the deck is, right? Like, because I don't know if I just got lucky, or my opponents were bad, or the deck's so good that I could stumble with it and it doesn't even matter, right? Like I don't even know, but I'm honest about it, right? I just give you that input. I just tell you like, hey, I won a bunch, but maybe we got a little lucky, or like we did really badly, but I know I misplayed in these 2 or 3 games, so maybe those are wins. I don't know, and I just let you take that away. And that's why I always tell people like, don't look at the wins and losses in the videos, whether it's mine or somebody else's. Like the wins and losses don't matter. The thing you should be looking for most of the time is interactions between specific matchups, how different cards interact, like if it's a style of deck you enjoy or not, if the games look fun, like that's really where your best input's going to come from. Because no matter what, you can see somebody win with the deck, you can see somebody lose with the deck, and then you can go take it and the result's going to be completely different. Because either you prefer a certain deck style or not, or you play a certain way that they don't, or you get different matchups completely than what they got. Like there's so many factors that affect that. So I always tell people like they take that with a grain of salt. Like if I go 5-0 with the thing, okay, cool. But what matchups did I beat going 5-0? You know, what card played the biggest role in me getting 1 or 2 of those wins? Right? Those are the things you should be targeting. Because also, even if you like the deck, if you decide to make changes down the road, you at least now have that information of, okay, I don't want to remove this because I know now I've seen enough situations where this could be good, right? Or where this is going to bail me out because it might be my only answer. So you don't want to take that out of the deck. But if you don't watch the videos through and see that, then you're like, all right, you're just walking around with a deck list with no context, right? And what I always try to tell people, because I already know the average person isn't going to watch more than a third to like 40% of any of my videos. So they're not seeing the majority of the stuff I put out there. The numbers just say that. So there's a lot of people that come and just get deck lists. And unfortunately, I feel kind of bad for those people because they're not getting the most out of the content. Like, there's a whole reason I'm talking through my plays and suggesting things, or even saying, like, you know, y'all have probably heard me say 20 times or so by now, like, well, I'm just taking a chance on this. Do as I say and not as I do. This is probably the wrong play, right? So you know, regardless of the outcome of this game, I didn't choose the optimal path, right? just letting you know up front. But people may see a loss or see a win and just put that in the column they want to, and then they're going to take that with them. They're not looking to see what happened during the course of that game, and that's a big deal. How do you decide whether or not you stream on Twitch or YouTube on a given day or night? Well, I have a video tomorrow that's going to clarify some of that for people. I also have an announcement that's going to be out tomorrow evening that's going to clarify some more things for people. That said, it's really just a matter of what the content is or what I'm doing at that particular point in time. Like today, I could have loaded up Twitch, but why? Nobody's going to search for Twitch for a box opening on whatever. Whereas items over here, and just like, cool. You just hop in, we'll just have a chill conversation. We got to look at some sweet stuff we opened, and y'all got to share me getting to see my playmats for the first time. Right? So that's like a fun little thing to do over here on YouTube. And if you're a regular or you follow my stuff or my content in the Discord, you kind of get a reward. Right? So that's fine. But I will say this. If you don't have a network of people, or you haven't already started on the path of cultivating an audience on Twitch, you're probably not really incentivized. Actually, Twitch is not going to be your best path to go stream on. I will say that. Just kind of a teaser for tomorrow's video. Like, I know people are going to think that's mind-blowing. Actually, I will tell you this. I will tell you that Twitch has 90% of the market when you talk about hours streamed by content creators. And I still tell you, Twitch is not where you want to be starting out with no network. So there you go. That's the teaser for tomorrow. I explain it all. I have numbers. Just a lot of stuff that we'll go over. Let's see. Did I try JWR's giant list? Yes, I did. He was actually in the stream on Wednesday night when I played it. And it was okay. I think I went like 50-50 with it. But there were still times it just felt clunky, compared to... Like, the thing is, even when it was able to win, it just still felt clunky. That was my problem with it. Like, it wasn't necessarily his build. It's just the structure of the giants and their costs and the cards that reference giants. They just don't feel smooth. Like, that's the only way I could describe it. Like, it just feels off compared to other mid-rangey decks, compared to other creature decks. So, I don't know. And I think I said on the videos, on the streams, that the best version of giants probably ends up being some type of control-style deck that happens to play like 12 giants, if I were just guessing. Just remember you being able to pull nearly anything off is all. I don't know about that. Like, that feels like you're giving me a lot of credit. Like, I've definitely had some bombs. Like, here's the other thing, too, Motorcycle. Like, of the content I put up on the channel, you don't see the other, like, I don't know, sometimes 5 decks for every one, depending on what's going on in the format, that just don't work worth a damn. Like, I literally spend a lot of time. That's why when people, and I bring this up before, and people say, like, why aren't you Mythic or whatever if you have all these good decks or whatever? Because I spend time testing things and creating content that, like, I'm not worried about making Mythic. I could just go, okay, I've already built 5 good decks. Let me just play that for the next, like, 3 times I log into Arena and then try to hit Mythic. But that's not what I'm doing, right? I'm testing a bunch of piles of things that some I learned some things from, some are just absolutely terrible. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't want people to think that, like, I'm this deck building god because I can come up with all these different deck ideas, or I find all these different deck ideas. Like, the reality is I also have a lot of ideas that fail. Hell, even some of the ones I put on camera fail. I just decide to include them because they're interesting. But yeah, there's a lot that just don't work. Like, that's okay. I build and delete probably 100 decks each season that just don't go anywhere. That's okay. Like, that's how you learn. I was just on a podcast interview earlier telling somebody, like, what people don't realize is everything you know that you're good at because you failed. Right? That forced you to have that motivation to learn, to do it better, to go through repetitions or whatever. So I don't mind doing this with the other decks. It just means occasionally it's like, okay, cool. Now I get this cool different deck that people hadn't seen before or haven't tried. But it's because I went through all those iterations of trying different cards, and I have that mental Rolodex of just like, oh yeah, I remember when I tried this card and it didn't work, but maybe it works better with this thing, right? And that's where that comes from. But I don't think it's that, I honestly think I think JRR2 is a great deck builder. You know, I think Sam Black is a great deck builder, right? There's some people I think that are better deck builders than me. I think just sometimes, depending on what's going on, I just might have more grind time, you know, on the creative side is really what it's about. I don't think it's so much about me just being able to make stuff work, you know, if that makes sense. Um, Appreciate what you do. Wish I could watch this whole thing, but gotta run. Hey, no problem, Evan. Thanks for stopping by. I take some deck lists and just try them with other deck lists on Arena. Just try something different and not that serious. No, I totally get that. And I tell people that's something you should do. You shouldn't always just be looking for the absolute best deck. You know, I think that's part of the problem people have is they're always... Well, there's really two issues. One, if you're only ever looking for the best deck, sometimes you're going to be playing decks you're just not having fun with, right? That's not going to be fun anyway. You might get some wins, but at the end of the day, how much did you enjoy yourself doing it, right? So that's like the first issue. The other is, if you're always just chasing the best deck, especially if your time's limited, you're rarely going to be learning how to play any deck optimally. So you've never played your perfect games, well, not perfect games, but at least well-played games, structurally sound games with each of those decks, because a couple tournaments happen this weekend, and you're like, oh, well, that's the new big dog, I'm going to go play that. Oh, that's the new big dogs, I'm going to go play that, right? And it just feels like a circle, like you're chasing your tail. You're just never going to be happy, you know, is what that feels like. If you net deck or make a deck that is similar to a deck you got to get the content to know how the deck might perform. Okay. That's just a wacky sentence when you read it. Giants have been doing well in Rakdos, but it's a side effect and not the main focus. Yeah, I have a Rakdos deck that plays, I think, like... Well, technically, Crocs is a giant, but outside of Crocs, it plays 8 giants. So, yeah, I can see how that's a thing. Speaking of giants, CGB had a video of control giants today. That doesn't surprise me. Like I said, I think control giants might actually be a thing. So, yeah, that would make total sense. I like to look for the best deck that I have fun with. That's exactly it, Zork. I don't care. Like, and I have actually been preparing for big events, for cash tournaments, you know, for nationals, for qualifiers, whatever. And I've known what is considered to be the best deck. And when it's just not fun to play, I literally just decide, okay, well, what do I think is the second or third best deck that I'll enjoy playing? And I'll just take those odds. Because I know if I'm playing a deck I don't enjoy, even if it's the best deck in the format, I'm still going to lose a higher percentage of games than I should because I'm mentally going to be disengaged. I'm not going to be as having fun when we get toward, you know, especially in Paper Magic. When you get to round 7, round 8, round 9 of that particular day, I'm going to be tired. I'm not going to be as into it. Like, it's just, you know, there's a lot of things there. But if I'm playing something fun, even after a loss or whatever, like, it's easy to pick yourself up and be motivated to play again. But if you're just like, man, now I'm losing, and it's a stupid deck I don't even want to play, like, you know, like, it's hard to get back on that horse because you're not feeling it. So yeah, that's always been my advice, is if you just find something more fun and interesting, go with that. Now, granted, you don't want to play something completely out of left field that has no shot at winning, but if you see the top, I don't know, 10 decks, and you see 2 or 3 you like, mess around with those and see which one you prefer. If the others that people are touting as the best deck, whatever, don't catch your eye, that's okay too. I mean, there's a lot of room. Let's see. Should you learn... you're best at making weird left field decks. Hopefully you still got it. Hey, if you do, you do, and that's a benefit. So if it works for you, keep doing it. That happens every Monday. Tourney Wednesday as he was last week. I hear you. Really appreciate your content because I'm a Commander player and it really have helped me develop deck building skills for 60 card formats. Oh, well, that's good, Nathan. Yeah, that's one of the things that a couple other people have kind of mentioned is, you know, because they only played a particular format, like maybe they only played Modern or they only played, like in your case, Commander, and then they see my stuff and they're like, man, this makes it so much easier to absorb Standard. You know, and that makes me feel good because that's kind of my goal. Is just, you know, I tell you, I really have 3 things on the channel. Be informative, be fun, be chill. That's it. Like that, if somebody wanted to know in a nutshell, what's the premise for your channel, that's it. You know, and then, you know, just gaming elements around it. But that is one of those things where I'm saying, like, hey, I'm trying to play interesting decks. I'm talking through all the plays and explaining why or why not something maybe doesn't work. Engaging the people in conversation around the game and around the format while I'm playing. You know, just a lot of different things. And it seems to be paying off. So, you know, good for that. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, since not only did we pass 10,000 subscribers early, because 2 days away was February 1st, so we passed 10,000 subscribers a week ago. And we're already at 10,200. So, hey, thank y'all that have continued to share my stuff and talk about it, whatever. That helps a lot. But I got my 10K by the once shirts up. And let me go grab that link if it's still up. It may not be. I may have to log back in. Yeah, I may have to log in to get it. Ah, that sucks. Okay, give me one quick second. I'm going to grab this link for y'all. For anybody, I put them at basically like $1 over cost or whatever, what they put them at. So I wanted to make it nice and easy. I'm not going to make much on the shirts. It's mostly, I'm only going to leave them up for like 30 or 45 days. It's mostly just like a celebratory kind of thing. Just because, you know, we did a cool thing and we got there. And anybody who wants to be part of it can. But let me see if I can click on this link. Will that let me do it? Oh, I'm going to have to do it this way. I got it. Okay, so I want to at least give everybody the opportunity, because I think I shared it in the Discord the other day. But I want to make sure everybody at least has a shot if you want one, because I know I talked it up, and people are like, when are you going to make the shirts? I finally got around to making the shirts. Darn it, that's not going to get me there. Okay, give me one quick second, because it's wanting me to log in with my thing. We're going to do this. All right. That'll get me a link I want. Fantastic. All right. And then I just have to click this. Oh, it's at the top. That makes it even easier. Cool. Actually, I guess I'll just give you this link since it's the main page and y'all can see everything. All right, so here you go. The link is here. If you would like one, there you go. That's the link. It's the shirt that's at the top, upper left. It's just 10K by the month if you want one. Kind of a cool way to celebrate being a thing. And I am still working on another thing, but this week got away from me, so it's probably still like 2 weeks away, but it's a cool surprise that's coming. All right, so what else we got here? Just getting caught up on the chats here. Rogues is probably the best example of a deck that is good, but not that fun to play with in recent history. That's fair. You remember when playing the bad discard deck before Kaldheim? It was the funnest and the longest I'd ever played Arena for a while, just because having way more fun. Well, that's exactly it, right? It doesn't feel like a grind when you're having fun. Like, you could play 20 games and not even feel it. Had my first night of kitchen table Magic last night. Went till almost 2 a.m. Just played Commander Precons against focus decks, but learned a bunch. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Julian. Depending on which Precons, a lot of them actually are pretty good in Commander. They're not slouches, for sure. I like your decks and great content. Thank you very much, Billy. Do love that you almost analyze every step, statement, choice, why I play. I try, George. Sometimes it can get a little distracting because I'm like, have people messaging me and I'm like trying to monitor my stream stuff to make sure the volume's right and whatever, and I'm still trying to talk to y'all while I'm trying to play the game. So like some of it can get away from me a little bit at times, but I try to be consistent about it. Oh, St. George says he already ordered his. Didn't know you could sew. I don't sew. They have fantastic machines that do sew, however. But my significant other does, and I'm getting some like custom PowrDragn face mask, and I'm getting PowrDragn. We're gonna get a new pillow up here with my PowrDragn logo on it. So a couple different things we have coming down the pipe. So it's just some fun stuff. I'm just trying to dress things up little by little and have some fun with everything, and just don't take everything so seriously, man. You know, I think people forget whatever game you're playing, whether it's Magic, League of Legends, Hearthstone, whatever. Like, we're still playing a game, you know? And at the end of the day, the average player is just never... And this is hard truth. But the average player is never going to be a top-level player. So we should stop treating ourselves like it and quit putting value in being that top-level player. Now, if it's your goal and you're actively working toward it and training for it and you're researching and you're practicing and you're working with other top players, really cool. You're doing all the things to get there. But if you're one of those people that you're working your 9 to 5, like you I don't know, maybe you got a family at home you're trying to take care of, like you have other hobbies you're focusing on, whatever, like this thing is not going to get your full attention. So don't treat it like it is and be upset and angry and lash out at your opponents or whatever, because you're not winning every single game. Which, one, that's just dumb anyway to think you're going to win every single game. But just drop the attitude. Because here's the thing: if something upset me that much, I would just walk away from the game, whatever the game is. Like, I don't understand those people. Like, if all I like, and I'm not gonna call people out, but there's some YouTube channels, and some of y'all may know them. I'm not gonna name them, where all they put up there is just negative stuff all the time. Like, anything that happens, they try to find the negative spin on it, put it on, talk about it, whatever. Even to the point of making up stuff that's not true, and I know so because I've been behind the scenes on some of the stuff they're talking about. But people will still go watch that. And those people still show up every day. And I'm like, okay, at some point, it's just performative. Because nobody should be coming back and making things if you're just that upset about everything all the time. Like, that just, I don't get it. Honestly, I don't even like listening to people that are negative all the time. Like, at some point, it's just like, maybe you're the problem. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I wanted to get into Commander, so I bought a pre-con, but one of my first experiences with a friend busts out a $300 or $400 deck that won in like 4 to 5 turns. Like, see, that's just dumb. Like, that's where you just look at your friend and go, just ask him. Anytime that happens, ask him 2 questions. 1, what was the point? And 2, what's the encouragement for somebody you play with to come back? And tell them, not even you, just saying, like, if you do that to somebody else, what is the encouragement for somebody to come back? Because I don't think people even think about that. I would argue, well, some of y'all were around, actually, so I can talk about this kind of openly. But during the streamer early access thing, you had some people playing like the turn 2 trickery deck or whatever, and when they missed, they would just concede. And that happened a couple times to me. It happened to other streamers or whatever. We talked about it privately. I just called the people out. I don't care. Like, because to me, this kind of falls in that same category. That you're doing a thing, but you're now putting the onus on the other creator and their audience and whatever. And you're trying, like, when it happens, like, well, now I have to manage my crowd because they're upset and they think it's stupid. And now my conversation and my chat's being derailed because you did an idiotic thing. Right? Whereas if you're a good creator, your thought should be, okay, I'm going to show this, and then maybe you miss. And you're like, okay, cool. Well, we still have 3 other chances. We can draw another one, right? Let's see if we can get one before they kill us on like turn 5 or 6 or something or whatever, right? And just turn it into a thing. And that's good content creation. That's professionalism. But when you're not, I said, well, what's the benefit? Like, let's say you did get your thing on turn 2. Should your opponents just concede and your crowd never get to see your deck do anything? Like, what good is that, right? Like, I don't understand. And there were some people still trying to defend that other side of it. And I said, here's the thing. If we're playing ladder, or we're playing tournaments or whatever else, and you just want to concede, move on, I had no problem with that at all. But when we're talking about an early access event that's strictly a promotional event for people to see different interactions, for crowds to help build decks with their streamers or whatever it is they want to do, right? Some creative, fun ways to be involved. That doesn't fit that narrative. So why even do it? Like, I wouldn't even have played that deck on the day, except for just once for the memes, and just go, see, it doesn't work, and then just let us get run over in like 4 more turns. That would probably be the best thing. But they weren't doing that. And apparently some people played that deck for a long time during the day. So, I mean, it's just that type of thing, though, right? It's a professionalism thing. It's a thinking about the future thing. And when you come and you just play a deck that's going to blast a new player in 5-6 turns, like, what's the fun in that for the new player? They didn't even get to have their cards do anything. Why is that going to be fun and interesting? So, like, why try to be the bully? Why try to be the big fish in the small pond? Like, that's not going to encourage people to come back to your pond. It's just not. So, I mean, I think I've seen people make that mistake way too often when they're teaching people games. Or they try to give them too much information. They try to teach them every single little detail, rule, combat trick, whatever. And it's just like, they don't need that. They just need the basis on, can I read and understand what my card does? Can I tap the right amount and to cast it? If they play cards wrong, let them play them wrong. Like, it's okay. They just need to feel confident in doing the thing. They will figure the rest out in the next month or so. But just let them do what they need to do. They will enjoy the game. They'll see their big creatures on the table. They'll see the interactions. And then they'll start asking questions. It will happen. But if you overwhelm somebody, or you completely boat race somebody, they're not going to come back. They're just not. I've seen it too many times. PowrDragn life counters. Probably not. Not anytime soon. What home can you find for In Search of Greatness card? I don't know. I have some ideas. I have some people that have shared some things I'll probably look at and try to figure out. But I haven't really messed with the card yet. Zeros and ones. Yeah. So the kids as they rage. Fair enough. Let's see. I like to try and have a 50% record. Anything higher is a real bonus. Yeah, it really is. I mean, once you get north of 60, you're also like in almost unreal territory anyway to maintain that. If you win as fast as turn 3, what's the point of playing Paper Magic with friends? Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, if it's not competitive for some reason, there's no reason to be trying to win on before turn 5, really. As the song goes, you've been married 9 times with that. Yeah, the problem is you. That's true. Nothing worse than shuffling a 100 card deck every 3 turns to start the next game. Yeah. I honestly, what we've done is just cool. The other 3 of us will just keep playing. The person who won on turn 4, great. You go on about your business. You can come back when we start the next game. Always got to establish power levels ahead of time. Most people don't have 8-9 decks. I honestly, Desert, I don't even believe that. When you're playing with a new player, there's no discussion of establishing power barriers or whatever. Like, you know where they're at. You know where they're at skill-wise. You know where they're at with their understanding of the rules. You know where they're at with their deck capacity. Like, there is literally no reason to even consider bringing in anything competitive. Hell, if anything else, you should probably just keep a junkie deck around just so you can play with new people while you're teaching them. Like, there's no reason. And even trying to, like, even if you have 2 competitive decks or 2 tournament decks, I wouldn't even use those to teach new people because there's intricacies and interactions and whatever that they just don't need to know and they're not going to understand yet. Like, there's no benefit from that. When you can literally just go down to your local store at some point, probably get 2 welcome decks or just built 2 junky monocolor or maybe 2-color decks with, you know, vanilla creatures or something and just have those around. Like, that's going to be your best teaching tool. You're a paper commander player with no computer and no spare money since I have a wife and 3 kids. Now that Arena's on mobile, is there any advice or tricks, at least budget deck to climb? I mean, just get a budget deck. I mean, I don't. There's not really tips. I mean, if you look, I have a playlist here on YouTube that has just some arena tips. If you want some stuff to like help you generate gold and stuff or whatever, you can check that out. But as far as decks, it's just find a deck that doesn't have a ton of rares and mythics and go for it. I'm not sure what type of tip you're looking for other than that. What was very entertaining was when Day 9 optimized the Trickery deck to where if you whiff on the draw, you can still win by just having World Tree and luck. Well, yeah, that's exactly it, Zork. Like, build it in a way that you could do some other fun things. So there's still anticipation that maybe you get this other thing and you can find your way out of the hole, right? I'm okay with that. Thank you for the advice, Give. You're awesome. I appreciate it. No problem. I try my best. Well, there you go, St. George, right? You play starter decks with your son, right? You're not bringing, I don't know, tournament level mono red to try to blast them in 4 turns. We're talking about when you're in a new play group rather than absolute new player should be specified. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. All right, y'all. I think that's going to do it. Lots of cool stuff. For those of you that got here late, there was new deck boxes with these sweet colorways on them. There was... Oh, wow, I got notifications. There was this stuff. So there was this artwork, the Kaldheim. I don't know if that shows up too well if I put it too close. The Kaldheim kind of like weird metal logo on a wall scroll. They also put the other Saga arts, not all of them, but a big chunk of them, on wall scrolls. What else did we get? Oh, we got our playmats. I got some exclusive playmats for my branded stuff. And some other sweets. Deck boxes and life pads were in here. I mean, there's just like piles of stuff. Like this, tons of cool giveaway items for the next few weeks for sure. Just look the deck boxes up, not bad pricing. No, they're really not, actually. That's the other thing about Ultra Pro. Though they're making really nice high-end stuff, like stuff's actually very affordable. If you're on a budget for a commander, I would suggest one of the many new Boros equipment commanders. They're all very powerful, cheap, and you can run suboptimal equipment. So when that's fair. Honestly, I would even say that some of the recent commander decks they put out are affordable and fine. You know, and you can just start from there if you just need a jumping on point. Nothing wrong with that. But y'all, I gotta go download some things. I gotta do some arena stuff. I gotta get a video ready for tomorrow because that's gotta go up with some information. And yeah, it was fun hanging out with y'all. This is cool, opening all these interesting things. I'm actually kind of excited about what I'm gonna do with them. So I'm kind of, y'all. All I know is like y'all are gonna get some cool stuff and giveaways in the next 2.5 months because this is cool stuff, and I don't need it all, which means it goes to you. So keep an eye out. If you haven't joined our Discord, description's down and below. Go check that out. Join our Discord. I also put my Facebook link in there because I'll be streaming some more on Facebook. So that's there if y'all don't know about that. So you can go check that out. Go, what I don't know over there. I think they just say go like my Facebook page or whatever. If you want to do that, that'd be cool. And as always, if you want to follow me on Twitter or Twitch, those links are there too. We do a lot of giveaways on our Twitch channel, so you can come hang out over there if you want to do that too. So tons of stuff going on. Lots of things coming. I have a lot of deck ideas, a lot of video ideas for this season. I changed my thumbnails, so hopefully those aren't too jarring. I'm trying to do I think I'm going to go into a thing of trying a new thumbnail pattern each set. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm trying some different things. Yeah, just tons and tons and tons of things. So just stay tuned, y'all. I've got more stuff coming. But I'm going to start wrapping this up. Like I said, I have some things I got to go do. So, as always, wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And for a little longer, while we're waiting everybody to get their vaccines and whatnot, even if you think it's dumb, do it for the rest of us. Please wear your mask, wash your hands, stay away from other humans, so we can get back to gaming and gathering as soon as we can. And please, just be awesome to each other, if nothing else.